Good morning. It's game day. I got Holly with me. She's my extra luck, my good luck charm right here. As you can see, if you can't see, she's suited up. She's a little gold rush girl today. So it's that time. It's the time we've been waiting for all year. It's not preseason. It's not draft day. It's opening day. And who are we playing? The 49ers. We are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. So as you all know, the faithful travel well. I imagine to see a sea of red in that stadium today. And I tell you what, we all know they used to call it Heinz. Well, maybe we're bringing the red back. You guys got to think about that. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Tommy, John. Appreciate you guys. Raphael. Oh my gosh, thank you all for coming. So we're going to keep it to a quick show today, not too long. Nathan Z, thank you, buddy. It's just that time. Everybody should hopefully have a lot of energy, feel great about the game today. And win or lose, it's only week one, but we're not going in to take the L today. We're going in there. We got our Bosa back. Is that right? We got Bosa back. So sometime throughout the day, she'll be switching from her cheerleader outfit to her little Bosa jersey, and hopefully, we get a sack. And hey, that's all that matters. Go in, no injuries, go in strong, have a good time, come out with the W. Hey, who knows? We might even see Jake Moody. Jake Moody just might, he might actually come out there and shock the world. Everybody's saying he's duty. And sure, it rhymes, it's cute, it's funny, but it's just not, it's not the same thing. So, yes, today I'm wearing my tie. I got my good shirt on, and I thought I'd wear my starter jacket because you know what? It's just one of those days. This show is going to be more like the opening day, more like the beginning of the game, where I'm not going to be Mel Kiper. I'm BC Bryant. If you guys don't know, now you know. But I appreciate y'all for coming. Hopefully, you guys got something to drink. I got a little bit of water today in my cup. And, water always is one of the best things to do when you wake up is get a little bit of liquid, drink a little water, and it puts some, it helps with your brain. It helps everything get started and stuff like that. It really does. So if anybody wants to drop their predictions in the chat right now, we will not hold you. We will not write down your scores. We might, but we are just going to have some fun. So if you guys want to start out, I already know Tommy's saying we're taking the L, but how bad, Tommy? Can you give me a score prediction? Is it going to be like 49-0? Are we losing by Jake Moody, missing a field goal in the end? Or is it going to be one of those like strip sack fumbles and Purdy's arms, just not going to be what we wanted it to be? So put it in the chat. Let us know. Hey, Bebop, thanks for coming. And Jason, thank you so much for coming. So again, we're going to keep it to a light, friendly show, maybe 30 minutes or more. We'll see how long it goes. And, appreciate you all. So for me, I'm super juiced. If you haven't seen it, it's one of those things. The TV is going to be on. The volume's going to be up. We're going to be screaming, cheering. We definitely have some lozenges in the house. So tomorrow morning, we won't be going to work thinking that, we don't have a voice. It's just one of those things. Hey, we got some people popping in. So I got David Corona with the first score. Let's pop it up. 37-28, 49ers win. See, that is something that you can get excited about. If we could put a 37-pointer out there, like 37 points, you got to kind of think about how we get those points. But still, 37 points against 28. Let's go. All right. So Jason, he's coming in with a little bit more, I wouldn't say realistic, but maybe a little bit more conservative. 24-17. Now that I could see happening. 3 touchdowns, a field goal. All right, let's get going. Now we got Nathan Z popping in. Nathan, 31-24. See, I'm in this mindset. I think we're putting 30 points up because with the great Brock Purdy, you guys know he's the real deal. So him coming in, hey, Holly girl. Okay, so the Brock Purdy, right? Since we've come, you can go ahead and see that we've been putting up 30 points. So I'm really, really excited. All right, so let's see. Crazy Juice, thank you for coming. 28-24. Let's go. 4 touchdowns. I can take it. 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points. I think we'd all be happy, right? And then, hey, good morning, James. Appreciate you for coming. Game day, baby. Yes, one-way trip to W City. I love it. Love it. And then James drops his score as well. 17-10. That, see, it could be 17-10. It depends really today on the weather. Let's do a weather check here in a second. All right, Raphael, you're bringing in the score as well. Love it. 27-23. All right, I can see it. So this could be potentially a missed extra point or just 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. I could see it. I definitely can see it. All right, everybody's popping in, and we do appreciate it. All right, so Corey came in. Good morning, Corey. Let's see what Corey's score said. John J. Okay, and then let's see. All right, I don't do a prediction. No, we know you don't do a prediction. All right, but it's very close. 23-21. Moody 3 points and 3 field goals. All right, let's see. We'll see that. I'll take that. All right, Corey saying 28-24. And if you guys didn't get to check out Corey last night, he had a great show. He had a Steelers fan on last night. So please go double check it out, hit the like button, watch it. Great interview. Dude's very knowledgeable about the Steelers, very confident about the Steelers. And so you got to have confidence in your team. Win or lose, whoever they're playing, it doesn't matter. The game hasn't started, so you have all rights and all opportunities to shock the world, come out with the W. So it doesn't matter. The good days, the bad days, the dark days, before the game starts, we have a chance. Now, after the ball's kicked off, anything can happen. There could be a fumble, there could be a return. It could just happen that way. But for right now, it is what it is. And right now, we are the best team in the league. And you know who's the worst team? The Chiefs. The Chiefs are 0-1. So after today, they might be tied. There might be a couple teams out there that are in this sitting 0-1. Hopefully that isn't us today. So let's get going. Hey, Corey Davis is the GOAT. You check that out. And if you guys don't know Corey Davis, please, you should know Corey Davis. Corey Davis is a wonderful person. All right. So let's see. Jason, what'd you say? First player on the field, Jake Moody. I bet so. He better be out there, get his booty out there and start kicking, right? I'd like to see him take some, maybe tips from Robbie Gould or something like that. Let's see him kicking over the field goal, kicking field goals over like the marching band out there and the cheerleaders and all the other guys doing warm-ups and stuff. You get out there, you warm that leg up, especially if it's going to be cold. You want to keep your muscles warm. You want to stay loose. You want to be able to, move around and stuff. All right. So again, Tommy, you're funny. Hey, if he misses his first field goal, that's okay. As long as he can make the next one. So there's a thing. It's like he's only kicked 2 games, and he's 2 out of 5. That's not great, but you got to throw the 5 in there because it was a PAT too. So when you count field goals, you don't count their PATs. You count field goals. PATs are separate. So technically, he's 2-2 with a missing PAT, which is not great. It is not great at all. But give him a little bit of credit, right? Let's put that in a different category. So you look at Justin Tucker, one of the best kickers in the league, Ravens kicker. His preseason game, he had 4 preseason games, and he went 4 out of 8. 4 out of 8. Those are field goals, not PATs. So that's 50%. So that's not too horrible. That's what we got with Moody right now. But again, the game's not all on Moody. The game is on all the players on the team. And, it comes down to Tabor Pepper. It comes down to Mitch Wisnowski. Jake Moody, you do your job. Brock Purdy, you do your job. CMC, I think CMC's scoring first. I gotta say it. I think he's going to do it. So, yeah, I mean, if we could just punch it in, just punch it in. There's no reason for going for no reason at all. When we're 4th, well, it's never going to be 4th, but when we're on the goal line and we only have 1 yard, I don't want to see the kicker come out. I don't. Only time I want to see the kicker come out is when it's like a 60-yarder and we know Jake can put it up. So, yes, Kurt, I have a tie on. If you ever go back and you watch the draft show, we did a draft preview. The 3 days, it was an epic long, grueling. It was wonderful. Had a lot of fun, but we were here for like 4, 8, so many hours. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I did my best Mel Kiper impersonation. So when we actually drafted Jake Moody before the pick was in, I said, number 99, Jake Moody. And it was announced. I ripped my tie off. It was a lot of fun. All right. So we got a buddy coming in. And oh, wait, real quick 20% chance of rain. Won't be a monsoon. That's good. And I love this one right here. In Moody, we trust. All right. Let's bring in our buddy.
What's up, man?
Hey, twin. Thanks for coming.
Good morning.
Today?
How am I feeling? It's football, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm glad it's finally here, you know. So yeah, I'm just overjoyed, man. How about yourself?
Dude, I am suited up. I am suited and zooted, right? I am just like I haven't even had any coffee this morning. I am just super happy. Win or lose, it's going to be a great game. Going to have a good cookout. Going to have a good, time. But I don't feel we're losing. I got this confidence inside of me. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I had a great dream last night, and I won't spoil the details, but you guys all probably know we win by a field goal, and it's epic. So I'll just leave you guys to the details, and you can.
It's about field goal. It's a Moody mania.
So I'm a kicker. If you didn't remember, or if I haven't said it, but I'm a big fan of the special teams. I was a backup third string quarterback, so I didn't get to start too many games or play too many games as quarterback. But kicker, I got in there a couple times. So yeah, if we come down to it and it turns out to be a Moody moment, then I'm definitely going to be excited for it. But just for the whole game, I'm looking forward to it. I think CMC is going to have a great game. I'm thinking Kinlaw will be there. He's going to do something. I don't know how many snaps he's going to get, but I was excited about seeing him in the Bronco game and all the push that he had. I like to see Drake Jackson out there. I know Bosa is going to get some snaps. I don't know how many he'll get. I'm not so worried about how many he gets because we got Hargrave, we got Armstead out there. We're going to be fierce, I really think. And then Warner, if Warner doesn't have to worry about the line, and blitzing the line so much, he can be more in coverage. And then when he does do one of those spy moves, and sneak attacks, and we have Hufanga or Warner blitzing the quarterback, that's going to be a deadly, deadly combination. I know they're worried. They're telling us we should be worried about their defensive line, but I don't think their quarterback knows what's coming for him.
I feel you. I think this will be a war of nutrition as far as the lineman is concerned. I know last year Hightower, is it Hightower?
Hightower?
Yeah, or their other defensive end. I thought he played very good last year. I think he had 14 and a half sacks. And then you're getting a healthy TJ Watt back as well. So we do have to worry about that dynamic as far as those two guys coming off the edges. It's something else. I believe our interior is better, but I think their edge rush is probably better than ours right now at this moment because we just don't know what we're going to get out of the other side. Overall, I think the one thing about I think it's the AFC, is that AFC North or AFC South, I believe is the division. The Bengals, the Ravens.
Oh, they're the North.
Yeah, they're the North. Okay, yeah, AFC North. One thing about that division, man, it reminds me of just old school hard-nosed football. I remember the Steelers versus the Ravens all the time, like how gritty, how hard those games were fought. And so it reminds me of our style of football. I'm trying to tie it in together. Like we play an old school brand of football, real physical at the line, whether it's offense, defense. We could say that, hey, Brandon Ayuk is like our Hines Ward, not only because he catch the ball, but he was a great blocker as well. He loved to block. And so that's where I think our matchups is the best because we're like two teams that love to go after of it, two head coaches that are old school in their thought and how they just look at the game itself. I believe that like our defensive line will give them some problems. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, Najee Harris only rushed for like 3.9 yards per carry. He's one of the few guys who haven't rushed over, like a starting running back that hasn't rushed over 4 yards per carry. So that benefits us if we are going to man our gaps and make sure we're on our assignments. It's not like he's a running back who's accustomed to, having big yardage. Also, they do have a couple of rookies on that line as well. So that does bode for us in our defensive line coming through there and maybe getting us some sacks as well. So I'm excited just to see football in general. I think the special teams, like you were talking about earlier, will play a big part of what's going to happen in this game. Again, Heinz Field is a football like safe haven for anybody who just love the sport. I remember watching those games and they'll do that zoom out view. You see the huts, I mean the river, and you know what I mean, you see the wind blowing and so on and so forth, man. And so I'm really glad that we get to kick our season off once again at a historic field, which last year was Soldier Field, and this year I believe it's Heinz Field. So man, I'm excited overall, man, just to see the guys go out there and play with their hair on fire. My number one prayer is, as always with this team, is health. You know, I just want to make sure we get out of here, get some good reps in, and everybody leave that field healthy. And I'm just, hey, I'm geeked, man. I'm excited. It's less than 2 hours away.
So would you consider this more of a game that we should be expected to win, or would you consider this more of a statement game for us?
On paper, we should win. So there's the expectation that this one team is looked at as a top 5 roster. Most people got this team at minimum going to the NFC Championship game. So with that being said, as far as expectations, we should win. Blowing them out, I wouldn't just say that this early in the season. If we do, that would be good. But if we do, I think that'll be fool's gold too. If we blow them out, say we win by like 17 points, I would be happy. But in the back of my mind, I'd be like, okay, is the Steelers really that good? I mean, are we that good, or are the Steelers just a team coming along and getting good? So I wouldn't even get too high if we do go out there and blow these guys out, in my opinion.
I agree. I think for them, it's more of a statement game for them. For us, for some of the non-sayers, the people that don't believe, the non-believers, we need to win this game. So Purdy and the offense can show that they're still the same team that they were last year. I don't think we have questions about our defense right now, but I do think if they come out and win, then they can say, we knocked off the Niners. They're supposed to be all this, right?
Yeah.
Well, the Steelers aren't chumps. They are not a bad team. They're usually above 500. They've been to the Super Bowl in past. They have the same coach. It's not like he lost really anything. He's only really matured. He just doesn't have a quarterback right now. And it's not that he doesn't have one. He has a new quarterback. Mm-hmm. So Kenny Pickett, he comes out. People are saying he's got small hands. I don't know how small a man's hands are. I just worry about my hand, But yeah. I know people will knock you for whatever, but for you, it's just one of those things. I look at it again. If we, like you said, if we come out and we blow them out, it's only week 1. If they blow us out, it's only week 1. But we're projected to go first or second in our division. They're projected to go third or fourth in their division, finishing. So I really want to see us start out fast, and just handle business.
Yeah, so, and I also think like their roster. So we have they got some mature pieces here and there on the defensive end, but not a lot. I think our roster has been groomed a lot longer than there has. So even when it comes to just, again, talent-wise, I mean, we can – the casual fan can name all players on our roster. The casual fan cannot name a player on the Steelers for real. You see what I'm saying? Like, we have guys who are dynamic, guys who are in front of the TV, whether it's Kyle Juszczyk, whether it's CMC, whether it's a George Kittle. Like, these guys get camera time, a Deebo Samuel. So we have a plethora of these guys who are, like, nationally known for not only their play, but kind of like their personality and their swag that they bring to the field. I don't think, again, with the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're grooming these. This is what maybe our team was in 2018, like around there for them. I think that's how they are right now, And so they're at the beginning stages of this new regime that they have coming through. And we are just we've been steady Eddie for the last 6 years, 5 to 6 years. We have key pieces on both sides of the field that we still have there. And just on that alone, I believe we should go out here and get the W. But at the same time, again, if we score 30 points this year, I would tell, like, on this game, I still tell people, hey, celebrate the win. Let's have a good one. This is an upcoming team. Let's see how we feel against this next 3 or 4 opponents that we got coming up to start really, testing our capabilities against some real opponents. So we got to realize that these ain't no chump, this ain't no chump change or nothing like that.
Yeah. So we are technically, in my humble opinion, and a lot of other people's, projected to go at least 5-0 to start the season. Our season isn't a easy schedule, but the Niners are who the Niners are. We can definitely get on a run. So I don't want us to go in, blow out the team, walk away with big heads where we can't get our helmets on, because we got the Rams coming up next, and we cannot overestimate or underestimate the Rams by all means. We don't want a trap game. I do like what you said about special teams. If Mitch Wisnowski could come out there and, pin them deep with the punts and stuff like that, then our defense can come out there, maybe get some quick 3 and outs and get the ball back to midfield. I do like that. It's super, super fun to think, because right now we could say anything we want. It's all just a hype. It's just all prediction, our fun opinions. But here in a few minutes, well, in about an hour, they're gonna put their pads together. They're gonna meet on the field, and our captains are gonna go out there. What do you think? You think we win the coin flip? You think we decline? What do you think?
If we win, we'll probably still kick off. In my opinion, we'll probably kick off, let the defense go out there and get going.
We had you pause there for a second.
Am I good now?
You're good now.
Okay, yeah. I think we go out there, man. We'll defer, man, and kick it off. Allow our defense go out there and see, can we get a 3 and out? Establish that defensive line, get Bosa out there, kind of get the crowd going. The fans that, like, when you go out there, hey, you're seeing your Hargrave, you're seeing your Bosa, you're seeing Armstead, you're seeing Drake Jackson. You like, hey guys, here go Kinlaw, not Kinlaw. Here go Fred Warner. Here go Dre Law. I'm forgetting all these guys' names. It must be Football Sunday. You send out Dre Greenlaw. You know what I'm saying? You like, hey, go my front 7. These guys have been one of the focal points of our season. So we'll send these guys out there, man, and kind of kickstart it. So I'll be excited to see that. And also a big addition, maybe about a week ago, was Ray McCloud. I think people don't give him the attention and respect that he deserves. We failed to realize that 2 years ago, our offense, our special teams was suspect. That's even with Brandon Ayuk back there. We had Debo back there from time to time trying to catch the ball, and we never really got any rhythm. Even with our, on kick returns, we never really got any rhythm. Like, we were so up and down, but to have a consistent player all last year, I believe that really helped just the special team dynamic, and even our guys coming in on the special team, whether it's going down, making that wedge, our gunners. I thought we had a good flow last year, and I think we really dismissed it. And this is no knock against what, the end of the year with Brock Purdy or what happened with the defense. I really believe we forgot how suspect our special team was 2 years ago, when in 2022, I believe. Like, it was rough, So I think, again, we got to make sure we give these guys some props for doing those things on special teams, because they did a wonderful job last year. And Wisnowski had a better year too as well. And hopefully your boy Moody come through and be just as consistent and dependable as Robbie Gould was for us.
Yeah, in 2021, we had really bad special teams. And thank you everybody for coming. We got Corey, David, and the Shaw Show. We're going to keep it to a little bit of a shorter show today, but thank you guys for coming. So the 2021, I think it was, we weren't very good. We had a good kicker, and a good punter, decent long snapper, but like you said, the return game, the kickoff coverage, it wasn't so much the coverage, it was the returning. And Ayuk, because he did get into like the doghouse a little bit, I didn't see him getting on the field as much. And I do believe he was the one who said, hey, put me out there. I want to get on the field. So when somebody says, I want to play, coach, I'm like, let's get him out there. I know a lot of people were saying, no, not Ayuk. Don't put him out. He can get hurt. Ayuk did really good when he was back there. He caught the ball, and that's what you need. You got to have somebody back there with good hands. So when we brought in Ray, again, everybody started saying it. Oh, boy, he can fumble. He's bad at this and that. You know what? let's let that be in the past. Maybe he's gotten, something, maybe something happened, maybe he got his confidence back. Some things happen, he went to Green Bay because he was a Pittsburgh Steeler. Then he went to
Still,
Green
yes.
Bay, and now we have him. And yes, his injury to his wrist, I thought it was a broken wrist. Somebody said it was a broken hand, but regardless, he's back. And dude might be like Wolverine or something like that. He healed up really, really fast. So if he's ready to go, I am very excited about it. Let's give it to Corey real quick. Corey, how do you feel? Are you changing your Facebook page this week?
No.
Corey had a bet last night. If you get to go and check his show out, he betted with a Steelers fan, and whoever loses has to switch their icon, their profile picture to the opposing team. So I'm definitely rooting for you, Corey.
Yeah, I gotta keep it that way for a whole week. And if the 49ers don't win against the Rams, so I have to keep it for another week until the 49ers win. And same odds for him. If the Steelers lose, he got to keep the 49er profile picture up there till the Steelers win a game.
Yep, I think you did a good bet. I think we got a good chance.
And I forgot to mention that night, ask him how you feel about Ray McCloud, leaving. I didn't think about that. I said, you said not to thought about it. I'm worried about him with his wrist. Him if he's going to catch off kickoff, him fumbling that ball because of that wrist, or having missed catch because of that wrist. Having not a good grip on the ball because of that wrist. That's what I'm nervous about.
Mr. McNiner, what's your thoughts, man? What are you excited about for this upcoming game?
NFL football, 49ers. I mean, what else can I say? I'm excited to watch this play. It's been a while. It's kind of a tough task, though, in Pittsburgh against Tomlin and the Steelers, though. Right off the bat. And the last couple of years, we've actually started off pretty cold. So this year, we really can't. We can't be starting off cold. We got to get start off warmer, end up with that number 1 seed. That sounds like the plan to me. Make everyone go through come to Santa Clara.
I agree. I think it'd be maybe more favorable if we get the games at home, but I'm just not so sold. It has to be at Santa Clara because I know we went to Atlanta and we went to the NFC Championship and won that game. So we have to go on the road. I think we're confident enough to do it. We need a quarterback. But I agree. First round will definitely help us. The Shaw Show. Thank you for coming. If you guys haven't met Anshul, this is Anshul. He also used to be the 49er Media. Got a great YouTube channel. He talks 49ers. He also talks sports with basketball, and he's an overall great guy. Thank you for coming to the show, buddy.
Of course. Thanks for putting that link in the chat.
Wake up, baby.
So what are you pumped about for this game?
I'm just, like I was saying, I think the last time we talked about just that defensive line, man, like Hargrave against his old team. I mean, just this revamped defensive line with Drake Jackson, of course, the small bear coming back after getting that hefty contract. So I'm definitely excited for that defensive line. And then I'm interested to see how much Jair Brown plays in this game. I feel like we might see some 3 safety looks from Steve Wilks. So that's something else I'm very interested in seeing. And then hopefully special teams. Obviously, I know you're a big Moody fan, so let's hope Jake Moody is able to show out and limit those nerves a little bit. So
most definitely. Okay, guys, this is probably my final question, and because we're going to keep it to a shorter show today. But we have what, 41.5, $42.5 million? Who are we gonna go and get? Twin, what are we doing with that money?
Man, honestly, I don't even know, man. I think this is something we have to wait till what they call it, the trade deadline. I'm not sure
Yep.
what they can do with our team being very top heavy. We got to make sure that we are able to have enough pieces if somebody were to go down in some of those prominent positions, that we can have some money left over to go pick up somebody if need be. So I hope they won't be so hasty early on in the season, kind of wait it out and save that money, hold that trump card for a little bit later, because you never know who may be disgruntled in another situation and then end up, hey, let's just let them go get, what I'm saying, for a nice little healthy price tag. So right now, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I hope right now we'll just hold them boys until later on in the season. Hopefully we need to get somebody when the time is needed.
I gotta agree. I got a little theory, but I'm gonna wait to the end. Corey Davis, you got $42.5 million. You're the 49ers. Who and what are you doing with that money?
Well, I'm stashing away, getting ready for next season contract against our wide receiver, Ayuk. I hope I can work that out to keep him. The money to keep him. That's what I think they're gonna probably do. I don't know if we're gonna be, unless somebody go down, and we really need a good player, and they see another player out there, they'll probably go get him.
David McNiner, same question. You got 42.5 million, because I've heard conflicting reports. I thought it was 41.5, but you got a bunch of money. What are you doing? You bringing in Brian Burns?
I've heard conflicting reports from 24.6 to $41.6 million. So, I'm not a capologist. I don't think I would bring in Brian Burns. We don't. I mean, we have Drake Jackson, and I want to see what the kid has first. So at this point, I think it's for future contracts. I do think it's for BA, and he's not going to take all of it, though. So who else do they want to extend? Or is there another, piece they want to add to the puzzle? Could it be for a second tight end? Part of it. Someone that has an expiring contract. There's it brings up many questions. There are many scenarios on why the Niners did this. And extending Brandon Ayuk should be one of the top things they have on their list, though.
The Shasho, Anshul, what are you doing with all that money? That big old bag.
Yeah, so I actually, as soon as I saw that the Niners cleared this much, I was like, okay, well, what are the future liabilities that we're going to have coming up? And yeah, of course, Brandon Ayuk's the big one, but I mean, you have other guys that I think, obviously like Eric Armstead too. I mean, there's a lot of quality guys, even Diamador Lenore, Aaron Banks. So yeah, I mean, that's in 2025, but maybe the Niners are trying to change it a little bit and try to, get guys done earlier instead of waiting out, this long like they had to for a lot of these contracts. I think they're going to go out there and maybe just try and, sign some of these guys up that they need to extend. And then, I mean, no, if of course they want to, have some cash just in case they need it, for this season, and in case, knocking on wood, something big happens and they have to go and sign someone, just have that cap flexibility, financial flexibility. So
Oh man, I agree, guys. I think they are going to try to save a lot of the money for BA. I think they're going to wait until the trade deadline. because we got to see if our guys are holding up and if they're going to be able to make the final run. I think we have enough money. We can bring in a quarterback if we need to. I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm not saying that's what I think is going to happen. I do think they hold a lot of the money and roll it over. I do think they're going to bring in somebody special. We've done it. We did it in 2019. We did it last year. And what's happened? Every time we've brought somebody in, we've went that much further, right? If we would have had a healthy quarterback last year, I think the acquisition of CMC would have helped us get to the Super Bowl. But again, that guy, I feel so bad. If you go back and watch that championship game, he wielded us to a touchdown. It was him, and then we silenced that crowd. It was 7-7. And then, the botched fumble, that's what put them back into the game. It wasn't Josh Johnson's concussion. It was when he fumbled the snap and they went up, it was 7-14, and then they went up another touchdown, I think, or something. But guys, as long as we stay healthy, I think we can roll that money over. If we can't stay healthy and they start thinking the sky is falling, Chicken Little out there, they're going to go after somebody big. And I agree. Let's keep everybody here. Let's try to win a Super Bowl now. Let's try to keep this roster together. But the roster is getting older, and we do have to bring in new blood, new guys. And not everybody we can keep. So if we can't keep BA next year, man, I hope we can get something out of return for him. And I'm not saying Ronnie Bell's his replacement, but I kind of feel like he's going to be emerging, and we're going to see a lot of Ronnie Bell this year, a lot of BA and Ronnie Bell, because we have to see what we have in them. Guys, it's almost game day. I want to get out of here. I know you guys probably want to get out of here. I want to do this on Sundays. If you guys want to return next Sunday, we'll try to keep it to a short show on Sunday where we can talk about some injuries, talk about the game weather, and talk about some of our butterflies or anything that we were anxious to say. And for me, I just want to see a good game, us come out healthy, and get that W. Twin, what do you got going on, buddy? What you got going on, Twin?
Oh, my bad. I thought you said Corey. I'm sorry. My beat. For right now, man, again, you just want to be looking at some things till the game kicks off. Try to prep, make sure my little ones are taken care of, not the way, I might have to go to the store and get me a little mixer, kind of little libations, to go along with the game. Other than that, man, just kind of probably do my prize picks. If anyone of you guys are into that at all, make sure you download the app Prize Picks and use the promo code LAW. Help your boy out a little bit, you got, we're doing player projections, you know what I'm saying? And so feel free to hop on in there, we match whatever you need to. I think we match you up to your dollar as well. So just gonna be doing that, get my team ready, trying to see who gonna be my pick'ems for today. And just get excited for the game.
Awesome. Corey Davis, what do you got going on for the day? I know you're gonna be watching the game, but you got anything else you want to plug or tell us about?
Well, I'm gonna try. I know I'm gonna try to do a play-by-play on my channel.
Okay.
But I'm not like John Jay and everybody else. The big scores and stuff like that. I don't know how to do that stuff yet. I don't have a little banner with the score down.
All right.
So.
All right, that'll be cool. I'll tune in for that. I usually watch Rombo Sports during the game. I turn my volume down. I like listening to his reactions of the game, even though it's a couple minutes delay. Rombo's my big brother, and you're my big brother too, Corey. But you know that. But Rombo, I've been following Rombo for a long time, so I'll usually listen to him. But I'll definitely be tuning into yours. And it's a lot of fun, man. There's so many content creators that have the same passion that we got here. And Niners are just really, truly blessed to have these great fans. David, what do you got going on today? Have you found a place to watch the game at?
Yeah, I'll be watching it right here because it's actually on local TV today. So miracles happen,
Yeah.
And then, I'm still looking at like NFL Sunday Ticket, but then you get YouTube TV with it, but guess who doesn't really watch TV? So it's kind of pointless for me to get something like this. So I'm half tempted to start to go to a sports bar, because there's one literally just up the road. And I know for a fact they're going to have the Niner game on. So I'm half tempted to go there, get me something to eat, not necessarily drink because I don't drink a lot, but
Mhm.
get me something to eat and, kick back and watch the game there. Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot. Anshaw, what are you doing for the game?
I'll be watching the game, and I actually will also be doing a play-by-play and reaction stream as well.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, everybody, if you need to run to the grocery store and grab anything, you forgot the mayonnaise or need some extra bread or something like that, you do what you got to do. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe. Everyone here has a channel. Please check us all out. We do things together, and sometimes, it's always fun when we got a great chat and people like you in here. So appreciate you guys as always. Go Niners and stay faithful, and we will check you real soon.
Go Niners.
Go Niners and F the Lambs.
All right. We'll see you
Go
guys.
Niners.
Thank you.
Peace.